All right, welcome back, folks. That 7-1 loss to the Okotoks Dogs on Sunday night, of course, marked the end of another Medicine Hat Mavericks baseball season. But I'm going to guess that you'd be very hard-pressed to find one single Mavericks fan disappointed with how this season went. The team qualified for playoffs for the first time since '06. Not only that, they went into Lethbridge and won a Game 5 on the road. And like I said, in Lethbridge, no less, that makes it even better. And got themselves into that second round. And joining me now on the desk to talk about the season that was are the coaches, two of the coaches, and the co-owners of the club, Greg Morrison and Steve Russell. Guys, thanks a lot for coming down. Appreciate it. Greg, we'll start with you. What was the response like in the community to the team this year that you would hear from people? Because obviously it was a great season for you guys. What was the response from fans and just the general Medicine Hat community?
It was outstanding. I think we doubled our fan base from last year. Our season ticket sales were up. I was down at the office quite a bit, and there were some old guys coming in and said, man, I haven't been around since the Blue Jays. There's a great atmosphere again. So from my family, Steve's family, a lot of people helping out at the ballpark to the fans, it's been outstanding so far. Right
on. Steve, for you, being that you guys are full-time career men and you guys have full-time jobs away from the ballpark, how tough was that aspect of it in the first year of operations to be able to do the juggling act between Mavericks and your jobs?
You know, it is difficult. We had really understanding wives, I'd like to say, and a lot of late nights from 6 till midnight talking. But you know what? Honestly, our families helped out a lot. It made it a lot easier on us.
Right on. Now, being that, I mean, baseball is a sport, but at the end of the day, the Mavericks organization is a business for you guys. Greg, without dealing in specific numbers, were you happy with how the business portion of it turned out in the first year?
Yeah, we had a lot of losses, and some of the guys, businessmen that I talked to, they said if you can break even that first year, you're in the plus, really. So I think we did break even this year, so that's great. We built that patio down there, which we're not going to have to do next year. Hopefully we get some more fans too, which helps us look after the players a little bit better. Every year we will put the profits back into the team, so we're going to try and do as much as we can with Athletic Park and the players.
Right on, good stuff. Steve, any changes or anything that you want to tip your hand to as far as things that maybe fans can expect next year that you guys looked at this year and said maybe we could incorporate something new or do this better?
Well, on field promotions, we're always looking at new things. We're trying to steal ideas from other ballparks and different things like that. But I think our biggest thing we're looking to try to do is get the seating in the stadium.
Right.
And then a few other in clubhouse type things, maybe some AC, stuff like that. Cool it off in there.
Right on, good stuff. To both of you, Greg, we'll start with you. So many good moments to choose from on and off the field this year, I'm sure. If you had one memory from this first year that really stood out to you, if you could single it down to one, what was your favorite part of this first season?
I think it was clinching in Edmonton. Even though the guys were laid back and we kind of had that feeling we could do it, we really weren't in it all year. And to have those 50 games come down to the last 2 or 3 and then just knowing going on that bus ride home that we were going to playoffs for us, that was our big goal, to make playoffs this year, because it was something, like you said, they hadn't done that in a few years.
Right, what about for you, Steve?
The entire series against Edmonton, I think. You know, when we play them all year long, it was always tough. And towards the end there, it was an amazing couple of wins we had. You know, the guys really came together, and we knew we were bound for playoffs. We'd go deep. We knew it.
Right on. Steve, talk about players that we might see back next year. Have you guys had any sort of information from the players about how many you might be able to expect back in Mavericks uniforms next season?
I think we got about a handful of guys that really have confirmed with us they'd love to come back. Jaime Ayala, Jeff Hughes, we've got Brian Green. I think some of the pitchers from out at UBC will be coming back. But besides that, it's hit or miss with these guys, depending upon what they get offered and what happens to them next year.
And Greg, I know you and I were talking before we came on today, and there are some of your top-end players that might be able to take the next step and move up to a higher level. Obviously, you hate to lose, let's say a guy like John Matthews, who was one of your standout pitchers, and he hit in the 4th spot most of the year. Obviously, you hate to lose a guy like that, but is there a part of you that likes to see guys be able to take that next step in their development?
That's really the biggest part of why we're doing this, is to keep those guys giving that opportunity. So selfishly, yeah, it'd be nice to have those guys back. But I mean, I've been making some calls trying to get guys like Chavez out of here too. So because there's still another month left in some of those pro leagues, right? So, but yeah, we'll take those guys back. They know they have a home here. I think we treat them pretty good. They love Medicine Hat. It's a great baseball community. So I think the town likes having that quality of baseball player back around as well.
Right on. All right, I'm going to put you both on the spot hill. Melville and Okotoks in the final. The Millionaires came back from a 2-0 series deficit to win in 5 against Swift Current. So it opens in Okotoks tonight. Based on what you know of those two teams, Melville and Okotoks, Greg, we'll start with you. Who's taking the title this year?
I'm rooting a little bit for Melville. I think it's time for Okotoks for their reign to end. So I'm going for Melville in 5.
Right on. But there is that part of you that I'm sure would think, well, you know, if Okotoks wins, then we can say, well, we lost out to the eventual series or league champion. Steve, what about for you? Who are you cheering for, and who do you think, if you were betting money on it, who do you think?
If I was betting money, I'd bet Okotoks, just because I think good pitching beats good hitting any day, and I think they have that. So.
Right on. Well, thanks a lot for coming on and doing this, guys. And again, thanks for providing Mavericks fans with such an unbelievable first year. And I wish you nothing but success in the future years to come.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Right on. Good stuff. All right, folks. Well, that is it for your look at the Chat News at noon. But make sure you join us right back here for the Chat News at 5 and 5:30. Have yourselves a phenomenal afternoon. We will see you later tonight. Take care.